Welcome, welcome to NFP. Very exciting day for trading today. Thank you for joining this live session. Very big day for us to trade. Good day. Welcome to NFP traders. Make sure when you are here, give a thumbs up. Also, I'm waiting to see everyone is to get ready for the NFP. Once you are here, two things: one, smashing the like button, and also saying something on the live chat will also make it much more vibrant. So NFP day, and NFP day is quite very important, as you know that today is the best day for trade for the whole month. So let's keep that day very exciting by we do a lot of open positions. We do open positions almost every day, but today we can expect better opportunity. In this session, we will be discussing about the education, and also we'll be opening the live trades. Two things. One important is that if you are sitting on your desk, you can take notes, or make sure that guys always use position size calculator or any other ways to do the risk management when we are opening the position. If you don't know, you can share in the live chat. You can discuss about that on how to do the risk management and other things. Here you can see that looking at the I'm first going to do the multi-time frame analysis on XAUSD, and also we'll be looking at we see that quite a few instruments currently crazily trending, such as quite a few instrument, Euro USD, bullish AUD USD, bullish Gbpusd, bullish dollar yen, bearish. So DXY is pretty weak at the moment. Now if you look at DXY, you can see this is a complete breakdown from that resistance line on DXY, and that breakdown, if you look at the daily chart, you can see a massive downtrend here on DXY, and from the weekly as well, massive drop here on weekly on DXY, and that lead that all those instrument on USD to be trending. Now at the moment, you can see this is the euro dollar, Gbpusd, euro dollar, a very organized trending market here. You can see this is euro dollar, and British pound US dollar, AUD USD, quite a few instrument currently trending very nicely. And looking at XAUSD, so which one you guys want to look me to first? We see quite a few dollar and instrument currently trending, so I'd like to know that what's your feedback on the live chat. Do you want to start with XAUSD or AUD USD or euro dollar? Which instrument you are trading at the moment? I'd like to see a response. So Joel says XAUSD. Anyone else? So the majority of what we'll look for, we'll be trading with that. First starting with that. So this is the question. Let me see Euro USD. So I got one response from Joel to trade on XAUSD with one euro dollar. Anyone has different instrument that looking at? So you can see that on XAUSD or dollar yen also in a nice trend. British pound US dollar, after this breakout, so you see that Isaac won XAUSD, Augustine XAUSD, KTMS XAUSD, Wabile XAUSD. Anyone else XAUSD? Anyone else has a euro dollar to start with? Cool. Now I got the majority of them wants XAU USD. So let's begin with XAU USD. Continue with Gbpusd, Haruna, XAU USD. Okay, so quite a few members wants XAU USD. Also, we will be looking at Eurodollar and British Pound US Dollar for those who lately expected Eurodollar and British Pound US Dollar. We will be looking at that as well. So we will be today's NFP, as you know that almost all pair will have significant movement, and also we will be discussing about how to trade this kind of event every single day. Almost every day we have some important news coming, and with the NFP as well. So why it is important to look at those event, rather than the results, the event is more important than the results. That will, because we normally as a trader we look at either to buy or sell in any direction, but when you see that the event is impacting the pricing, that's where we will be looking to trade. So you can see that here on XAUSD. Okay, now first of all, this is the 4-hour time frame. I will be looking to see the multi-time frame approach. As you can see, that multi-time frame means that you are looking at higher time frame and then jumping or scaling down to the lower time frame, and that's the best way to look at the market. As if you look at the multi-time frame, you can see that how the market is evolving, changing over time. So you can see that here is this is the 4-hour. Let's first look at the 4-hour, and then we'll be looking at daily and also other time frames. So you can see that here, from here, okay, a big drop from this resistance line here on XAUSD, a strong bounce, pullback, and the bounce. So basically what we are seeing here is XAUSD is in a bullish trend, right? So we can spot here a shape pattern that a shape. There is a little bit of difference in pronunciation, but we can spot a shape here. And so what you could see that the market is potentially breaking out of that, many patterns that you can see. So what I think that the price might be doing here with the NFP, potentially breaking to the upside. So from that shape pattern, so we could see the price on the deck, and from the deck we could see that it's the buyers are buying here, and then we might see the prices potentially as this is the weekend, we could see at the end there might be significant movement to the upside here, expecting NFP with the NFP the market to move almost 300-400 pip to the upside, and with the progression of the session it might be even higher. So let's see how we can take potential move here. Are you guys thinking that XAUSD to be bullish, or you think that it is a head and shoulder here as well and we could see the drop? What's your bias on that with the NFP? I would like to start a poll so that I know that guys what you are thinking. What's your opinion on XAUSD with NFP? So let me see what's your view. You can cast a vote, guys, so that you know that exactly what's happening. Your USD, yeah. Which app is this, sir? So this is on TradingView. If you want to open an account as a trader, also you can find link below this video in the description, where you can use that link to sign up and then start opening a position. Start opening what I can say that start trading with if you want to, you can find link below this video in the description. I'm inclining more to be bearish. Okay, so we got one member saying that Isaac. Okay, so you are inclined to be bearish. So anyone has here that you think that bearish. Yeah, anything can happen, but we need to look at which way potentially the market final is going to be. I think it will form head and shoulder and drop. So the Isaac's opinion here is that it might form a head and shoulder and then drop. So let's see. Okay, anyone here with a different opinion? So let's try to understand it from what point of view. You think that it's gonna come back down here? Okay, so now let's see the multi-time frame approach. Okay, in trading we cannot say anything that it's gonna happen or it's gonna happen certain. There is no certainty. It's all about probability. Okay, so this is also most trader don't understand it. Trading is not certainty but the probability. So you'll be looking at the probability to happen something is what we are looking at as if you look at here, you can see that this is an impulse with a stronger move. So what is probability? Also understanding probability is very important in terms of trading. If you really want to be a better trader who can grow a smaller account to a bigger account, the first step is to know the probability. And probability is very different from risk reward, which in fact will change the way you look at the market. So what is the difference between the probability and the risk reward? That's what we will be looking at here in this live session. Okay, so if you look at the probability, okay, let's understand what is probability and what is risk reward. Let's say this is an entry point in a market, this is a stop loss, and this is a take profit target. One trade. Let me draw that trend of the trade. Let's say this is a trade that you have entered here, stop loss here, okay, TP here. One trade. The other trade like that, similarly, so it's a buy trade. Now the other trade like this, trending, and then on the market here, you have sold, stop loss here, TP target here, okay. Stop loss here, entry here, TP target here, okay. So this is the situation on the market on those. So XAUSD, buy here, TP here, SL here, another one, buy here, SL here, TP here, okay. So in these two trade, even let's say if we take this sell trade, TP here, okay, entry here, so this is entry, TP here, and the SL here, right? So with this very narrow area, with this very narrow area here, this trade is much less probability or probable trade than this one. This one is a high probability trade. You see, this is what we are looking at in terms of probability. Why? Because the trend is to the upside. Here the trend is up, but we have sold. Like that, when we are opening a position, we need to look at, first of all the confluencing or the influencing factor that will increase the probability of happening something. Okay, so this is what we are looking at when we are opening trade or opening positions in the market. And with that in mind, so if we look at here, okay, so you can see that this is a this is an impulse here on XAUSD, and now we are coming back to the zone. So in this market, what is the trend here? Okay, so this is what we are looking at. What is the trend here in this market? This is a 1 hour chart. So I'm asking it a question. Let me see how many traders are really getting into that. What is the trend in this market? So Eurusd is making amazing movement. I think it will drop, then break up. I see we have a really strong resistance, 2923 zone. The probability after bounce up reaching higher high. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we can see on XAUSD. If you guys look at it, you can see that this is a an interesting market here. Okay, and in that interesting market, this is a very important zone here. So you can see that the market was formed that pattern, and after formation of this pattern, the price slowly having an upside here on XAUUSD. So looking from that point of view, you can see that. Let's look at now the 1 minute chart. Now the probability of this market on XAUUSD to go up is more than 50%, and that's where guys, the secret of understanding the market with the trend. Are you guys with me? If you guys with me, make sure you give a thumbs up, smash it, and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, so now we can see that here on XAUSD, again going to the 1 hour chart, the trend is up. Okay, so we are having, so let's look at the Forex factory calendar to see what kind of price action is forming. You can see that on coming up in just a matter of from this time 2 hours, we will be fully covering that this non-farm employment change, okay, and also unemployment rate, quite a few high impact news. So this is gonna be really market mover. And before the news, also once we see suitable entry, also we will be looking into the entering into the trade. So once we find that suitable entry, now 1 hour chart, what we can see that on XAUSD is that this is a pretty strong bull market, and there is an inverted head and shoulder formation here. With that inverted head and shoulder, okay, so you can see that move, a strong breakout. Now it's in a pullback, and with that pullback expecting to have another bounce. And with that bounce, okay, so what we can see that in this market, this is the bounce on XAUSD from here, okay, and there is you can see that double bottom here forming series of higher low, and with that series of higher low formation on XAUSD, we can see the market with this strong breakout. This is a pullback here. With the trend is significantly bullish in that market. We can see that series of higher low, and with this series of higher low formation from this zone here, this is an impulsive move to the upside, and with that impulse, this is the 4 hour narrow candle here, and the market slowly, what we see that dropping below. So this is a level. Now, as we mentioned earlier, that we are looking at the probabilistic side of the market. So what we will be looking at is what is the probability of the market to drop or to bounce. See that this is the 4 hour chart here on XAUSD, and in this lower time frame, look at the 1 hour, you can see that the market is this is the 1 hour price action, as the price is coming to that 1 hour support. What we can expect here for the market to, I think the chat is connected properly now. Stream now working. Okay, so is it working now? I think it's working now. It's working now. Well done. Do you mind giving a feedback? It's working now. Okay. Now, if you look at the okay, so hope that now it's doing well. Okay. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay, so now here you can see that on XAUSD, this is the lower time frame price section. On the lower time frame, we can see the market after this move, it's on a pullback. And if we look at the 1 minute chart here, you can see that this is a significant level of support. And now we are on the 1 minute chart for a potential entry. And with that potential entry opportunity here, let's look at the 1 hour chart. Now you can see that as this candle will be closing in a couple of minutes from the 1 hour, we may see that with the candle close, the price to again have another potential bounce. And if we look at here in this move, before an FP, I'll try to open one position here. Let's see that if we can find that entry before the NFP, expecting a potential bounce here. So looking forward to have a position here. Let's see that if there is any probability for that here, because we can see that from this level it's getting some kind of reaction. Just looking at the multi-time frame to see if there is any probability for the price to have a move here. So looking at 5 minutes and the lower time frame, looking at the 1 minute chart. So with that on 1 minute chart, okay, so what we can see here, this is the 1 minute chart, expecting it for the market to potentially trend to the support and then to bounce. Would like to see first drop before we look for any upside entry here in this market. So here you can see that this is the 1 minute chart here, having some potential bearish move. So we could see that a potential upside here to that resistance line. Okay, now waiting for the market to thanks fixing. Yo, looks good, man. Thank you very much. Welcome. Okay, so now let's look at a potential short-term position if we can find here. Looking at here in that zone, I'm placing a buy stop. This is a quick gain probability for this. If the market is dropping here, then we will be readjusting the pending order. This is a pending order here that I'm placing it for a couple of pips potential move. This new pending order that I'm putting at long pending order at 2919.747, stop at 2917.013, and TP target at 2921.301. So this is a very quick potential gain. If the market bounce, that's where we will be looking for that entry. If the market continues to drop, we will be readjusting that entry. So which is we have placed that pending order with the expectation for the market. If it breaks to the upside, then we could see the market is going to that 2921.30 level, which we might see that potential bounce in that area. And here is the move on 1 minute chart. If the market continue to drop and ultimately drop back below the 1 hour support, we might adjust the pending order, but it is placing at the moment in that area to see how it might be doing, and then later we can adjust if needed for the time being. And in the meantime, thanks for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel, guys. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And if the stream is going well or not going well, just let us know so that we can see that it's getting well, streaming well. So place that pending order on XAUSD. If it managed to bounce, then we are on the trade. We see the downward. At the moment, I'm not selling because it's a bull market. We might see that retest of the support. So it just tested this 1 hour support here, and because it tested the 1 hour support, we may see that a potential bounce here. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to readjust the pending order to this level here. As we can see that this is a liquidity zone, but I would like to readjust the pending order. If the market bounce from here before the NFP, we can look for some short-term gain here. So the new pending order at 2918.936. So in that case, we'll be stop loss here below this low around 20 pip or more than that. So if we look at here, we can see that 23 pip stop loss that we will be placing. If the market bounce, then we will be entering into the trade. So I'm readjusting that my pending order. So let me delete that and re-entering. So the new price for entry at 2918.936, stop loss at 2916, 2921.675. TP target at 2921.292. So this is a new pending order on XAUSD. If the market bounce that we are on the trade, so we are placing 23 pip stop loss. So 23 pip stop loss on XAUSD. Place the pending order again. Buy stop here. So placed a buy stop. So we placed a buy stop here at 2918.936. Stop loss at 2916.67. May get a trigger here very soon. So nearing there, expecting it to potentially move back up. So you have 5 minutes to go for the 1 hour candle closed. I will be also explaining the strategy, guys. First, waiting for the market to see if it is triggering. If it is triggering, that also will be explaining the strategy, why I have opened the trade. Here, as I mentioned before, it's important that you focus on learning and also becoming a better trader, and that's why the education is very important. So probably I'm at, yeah, I mean with that trade on XAUSD. My trade is opened. Long on XAUSD, wanting to see that it's getting a rejection here. Yeah, so we are on XAUSD. So also I'm going to give a shout out what I'm doing here. You guys are waiting here. So let's look at to see now. Like to see that it's getting that bounce, having a bounce here. Once we see that, you can look for so wait for the market to show its hand. Here, want to see that it's getting an upside here. We'll be also discussing if there is anything that I will also be giving a shout out. So we see that short-term upside here. We are just a little up. Stop loss below this low. Tight stop loss. So therefore, would like to see that it's getting that upside here. Okay, we can see that move. And this is a potential for a quick gain. If we see that, around 20 pip or 18 pip or even 12 pip will be not bad. pips important for us, isn't it? Are you guys excited about the pips? So make sure you give a thumbs up and hope that the live session going well, streaming is well. I'd appreciate a feedback. See, okay, we can see that bounce and potential bounce here, expecting it to move back up. Okay, so we can see some short-term upside running in a little profit here, and so you can see some profit running. It's crucially important that we have it's a live trade. Okay, so it is getting rejection. So 1 hour candle closed. So you have seen there is a significant liquidity gap here. If that liquidity gap gives a momentum, so you have seen that impulse pullback, and we are again entering into the profit area. So if we see enough move, I'll give a shout out if I am taking any profit here. So let's first let it move a little further. As it is a pending order, we should be able to see and you can see some bearish movement. Okay, I would like to see that an upside bias here. So if we see that we are at entry, would like to see that it's going in the winning side, otherwise we might be able to close at break even or little profit. We'll be entering again. So the goal here is to gain some pip here. Okay, so you see that a doji formation on the 1 minute, which is a potentially a bullish price action. So holding it, let it move up. Let it move up. So, and okay, now here is getting some potential upside here. Okay, so we get some improvement. Want to see that it's being able to have a bounce as it form an inverted head and shoulder here. So want to see that it's breaking to the upside from the inverted head and shoulder. As NFP coming, we want to secure some pip before the NFP, and then once we are on it, then we can before the NFP, we after the NFP we can re-enter again. Not only wanted to try to enter a couple of trades, but the first one successfully, if we can gain some positive return here, which is very important to look at. And let's see. Now this zone is a very fragile area. Let's look at here. Pretty fragile. Getting some rejection, but at the same time, so if we look at the 15 minutes, it's a very narrow doji formation on the 15 minutes chart. Now this kind of price action here, there are two ways here. One to bounce from that level. As it grab the liquidity, I'm still on the side of bullish and want to see that it's been able to make its way to the upside from that level to create a new higher high. As it grabbed the liquidity here, like to see that it has enough momentum. Now okay, we see that some momentum is gaining here. That is very interesting price action in that area. And it looks like that we might see some head and we might see potential structure formation here. Still we are in the positive side, so would like to see that it's picking. And okay, so we see some upside in our favor here, holding it, and want to see that if it is having a strong breakout. So we are on Now, so I'm ready to close if needed. I'll give a shout out if I'm closing. I'm still not closing it because if it breaks below, then we'll not be going into that trade. Still, we see that there is a probability for weak fill and then to move up, where we can see that there's a potential upside here. Still forming series of high or low, and okay, so you can see there is a narrow doji here in that area, and okay, so this is structure, expecting it to break towards the upside here. Struggling to break. Okay, so getting some momentum. Getting some momentum here. Okay, so you can see that some momentum is gaining, and want to see that it's having this bias to the upside, and with this bias would like to see that the market is managing to break to the upside. Very narrow candle is being formed in this area, and with that narrow candle formation, might get out at any point. Okay, so I'm going out of this trade at the moment. We might see deeper pullback. We'll be re-entering again. I'm out of the trade with the a little profit. You can see it's breaking below, so I am out with the trade break even, you can say. So the reason you can see this is a very narrow zone here. We see some upside is forming, but it may bounce, but at the moment I am out break even. We will be re-entering again once we see further price action confirmation. At the moment it form a very narrow candlestick pattern here. You can see that this consolidation, so we might see that suddenly bounce or breaking in that direction. So I'm not happy very with the price action, so I'm out with a little profit in it. But if you guys on there, so let's keep it as a break even and wait for better setup. I am out with the trade, and if you guys give a feedback here. Serious status on this trade. posted a question. And by the way, guys, we see that there is an FP coming up in just a couple of minutes. So we will be looking forward to have a great trade in this session. So you can see that from here, this is support, expecting it to have an upside here. So from here, you can see narrow candle formation, lower time from price action, pretty impressive pattern here. This is, you just started, there will be more. So guys, make sure that you stay tuned for that. Good morning, welcome. Yeah. So here it's consolidating and slowly pushing up, but here I'm out with the trade. Anyone here have entered the trade? He's basically keep pushing up, and also it's very, what it's the nasty sideway movement here. That's a nasty sideway movement, and in that sideway market, because it's channel, want to see that it's, pushing up and then having, giving us that entry opportunity in that area. Okay, so here, as I mentioned, from this, because it was considered is in a consolidation, so it's just got started to uh, reverse here. And at the moment, what you can see, this is an because there's a long week. Now if I delete these lines here to see what is happening, now you can see that this is the 1 hour move. Now at the moment the market structure changes, so you can see that from here this is a move, and we can see that the market is coming for pullback. So this is the current 1 hour support level here, and we see there is another support here, and also this is the 1 hour 20 ms. So these are the three levels that I would like to target at the moment as NFP coming. Before the NFP, if we see that another opportunity, we will be taking it not for granted but for trading. It's important that we always take it very importantly as a trader. Becoming a trader is important, right? So becoming is more important than trading. So if you guys want to become a trader, make sure that you develop healthy trading habit, which is very important. One of the most important component of healthy trading habit is to know when to take little higher risk and when to take the little lower risk. See, there are two things. One is that there are a lot of, sometimes you'll see that contradictory belief about risk management and many other things. Some traders believe that risk has to be, that as low as possible. Some traders take bigger risk. But here, at the most, the higher risk is not a solution, as the lower risk is not a solution, because you need to sometime a little higher risk might give better return. Sometime keeping risk very low is best. A little higher risk doesn't mean that you risk 20%, 30%, but to risk, let's say 5%, sometime I do 3%, but not advisable in the beginning. It's not a good idea. So from that point of view, now if you look at you can see here is having that breakout, say USD, from this level, from the 15 minutes after break of this low. So the structure formation here is bullish, and you can see that from here this is it is a bullish structure. We saw that inverted head and shoulder completion, multiple liquidity gap. It's getting an upside here at the moment, and okay, so here we can see that momentum gain on XAUSD with this 1 minute move. Okay, so you can see that this is a significant bounce in that area. So the price has reached that 4-hour resistance line as the market trend is up. So here we see the market started to bounce from that zone here, and impressive bullish momentum. Okay, we can see that here, that move. Okay, now from here we can see that that bias in that area with this bullish engulfer on the 5-minute chart on XAUSD. This is a complete bounce on XAUSD, and that might lead that price to push up. So we can see that rejection in the opposite direction. So from this 4-hour resistance line, we might see potential another retest, and then we could see that eventually bounce and then return. So 1 hour is still remaining for the data to come up. Before the data come up, we could see that potentially a strong liquidity grab here, and then we might see the market is potentially going back up to create a new higher high. This is the 1-minute chart here, and you can see this 1-minute chart. This is an impulse, expecting for the market to drop here, grab the liquidity, and then to trend again in the major direction. We have anyone here had closed the gold trade on the running? Gold will buy, yeah, pretty sure gold will up 30. Welcome. What's the TP, coach? So TP, I think it's already, we are closed, but it's well crossed the TP. I'm still waiting for gold mon should buy. Yeah. So here, the reason I closed here, quite a few narrow doji formation. I knew that it's gonna drop, though always doesn't listen as I mentioned, but there was a probability for the drop, and that one could bring here, so we are safely exit. But we saw that this was a liquidity grab, and then boom, bounce back up again. So at the moment, what we could see that ultimately the market may continue to trend again. You can see that a more pullback, another more pullback. So it may continue to trend, or at the moment for me to jump on the trade, would like to see that trend continuation. And as NFP coming in just a matter of an hour, so we have to be cautious on our entry, so we are not, that entering into a trade which is not going in our favor. Okay, now that's what we can see, that the market is, you can see it's in a pullback here. Okay, now this is the 30 minutes price action here. and the way the structure is being formed, the bullish impulse is higher probability at the moment, and therefore any entry, you see that I change the time frame frequently. The reason is so that we have a clear understanding of the market in the real time. 1 minute chart, waiting for the market to give us that potential entry. Welcome. Because it's forming a couple of narrow candle here, and so it might now come for a deeper pullback. So this is the 1 hour candlestick pattern. So far it's set for a potential upside, as we see that there is a red green, and in all of those there is a red has broken the support and closed as a long wick. So there is a buying pressure here, series of higher low formation, and then uh, the trend is up. So therefore any downward movement is an opportunity to buy. So in this market we only will be looking to buy only. Okay, so this is what we are looking at. In this market we will only be look to buy, and this is an impulse here. Would like to see that the market has uh, has given us the opportunity. Now at the same time, guys, it is important that as you know that this is a as news is coming in just a matter of an hour, I would look to place a pending order here, but waiting to see that it's coming for that deeper pullback. Okay, so here is what we can see, that this move, and it's on this pullback. Okay, so with that pullback, want to see that it's now has dropped for enough in that area, and then to enter. see if we can place a pending order here. I wouldn't do it at the moment because you see that this is the 4-hour candle jump from here. There are quite a few rejection from those zones, so it might struggle directly to bounce before the candle close. NFP could lead that price to support again, and then we might see that the market is moving. So we can place, but I think it's gonna be a little risky at the moment. So waiting for the market to give that correct entry, and then we will be looking into that. So this is a resistance, and like to see that directional bias in that direction. Bring another bounce. Patience is key, that we are waiting to see the market to show its hand. Okay, waiting for this trend to settle down. As let's look at was the let's look at what's happening with the Okay, now here 30 minutes we can see that after this candle close it's trying to break to the upside, which is an important support, and you can see after forming this W here, it's getting a strong breakout in that area, and with that breakout, there is also a doji. I would look to place buy stop here again, but I'm waiting for the news to come up, as we might see that the market having a very strong spike. Now, in addition to the XAUSD, we also would like to see some other pairs before the news come up. Let's look at dollar CAD, as CAD also news coming. So I will be also looking at dollar CAD. If you look at here, you can see dollar CAD. Let's look at the overall picture on dollar CAD. Look at the monthly chart to see how the price might be doing on dollar CAD. So this is the monthly price structure here on dollar CAD, and with this one, if we look at the monthly price action on dollar CAD, this is from the long-term picture. We saw that there was a long wick at the bottom. After this gap opened, the market managed to break below. So if you look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective on dollar CAD, from this level, this is a pretty strong drop, followed by this pullback to the upside on dollar CAD. And with this formation, with this structure formation on dollar CAD, want to see the market has got a pullback and then coming back again towards the downside here. Now, looking at the daily chart on dollar CAD, what we see here from the daily, the price from this support level has made its move to the upside on dollar CAD, and with that bounce, couple of days of drop here, as with the weakness from on DXO, we saw the dollar CAD also in a very strong downtrend lower time frame. So if you look at the 4-hour here is what you can see that the market, this is a channel where it was creating series of lower high and lower low, which is in a downtrend. Now with that downtrending market, as later today we see that with the NFP, if the market managed to go up for again going to the daily to certain levels, especially to this daily resistance, which is very important to look at, we can look for selling opportunity once we see the price action confirmation. Ongoing buy for ready for break even Euro USD. Yes, we saw the dollar CAD currently the price action is not very trendy. We see that it's in a choppy manner, but it's still trending, but not as good as such as euro dollar, which is trending clean trend. And now let's see that on from the monthly and weekly and daily, how it might be. Let's look at all of them in one place. So looking at on euro dollar, if we look at the monthly here, we can see that from the monthly, this is a bullish market on euro USD, and in that bull market from here, so I'm going to do a multi-time frame analysis. Multi-time frame analysis is very important, as from the multi-time frame you'll see that the market is in fact how long-term direction of the trend is molding, because this is here you can see that this is a drop here from the monthly here on euro dollar, and after this doji the market opened with a gap, managed to strongly break out If we look at the weekly here, today this week's price movement is very unusual. Here on euro dollar we can see there is a complete breakup structure here on euro dollar, and approaching that important liquidity zone from the weekly. From the daily here we can see that it's the daily price action where uh, a move followed by a narrow doji, and today's price so far showing significant bullish. And what I think that it may continue to rise to that liquidity zone, so the bias is still to the upside. So any drop is a potential opportunity to go long on euro dollar. So from the lower time frame, dropping down the 4 hour and the lower time frame, we can see that there has been already a breakout from this support level. And after this breakout, so you can see this is a breakout here, expecting for the market to drop again to that support level. Okay, so to drop to that support level and then potentially to trend again in that direction. So this is an important level here. So you can see that this is a very important support level on euro dollar. And what I think that it may not move that far on euro dollar. We could see the price is coming for a retest and then potentially again moving up for another upside here on euro USD. So from that point of view, so you can see that this is a 4 hour bullish engulfer. So if NFP bringing the price towards the downside, if we see the downward pressure on euro dollar with the NFP, we can look to see that the market to ultimately to go ahead and hit that resistance line. So therefore, lower time frame price action on euro USD is waiting for the market to retest and then to revert back again. So this is the 1 hour price action, expecting for the market to drop, retest, and then to return again. So looking to very lower time frame, looking at the 15 minutes here on euro dollar, you can see that it's an established uptrend. So this the range that we can look for potential entry on euro USD. Okay, so buy area. Buy area on euro dollar, wanting to see that it's breaking and then trending here. Okay, so this is what we will be looking at on this one. Okay, so once we see enough pullback, liquidity gap, that's where we will be entering into that trade on euro USD. At the moment, as in just matter of 40 minutes coming up news, so it's not a good idea to enter, though it is trying to form that bullish trend in that area. So this is a buy area potentially. If we see after NFP, we had an analysis ready. If we see enough confirmation, we can look to enter. At the moment, we will leave it here to see how the price might be evolving with the news. Going back to XAUSD, we can see that there is again another pullback, which is a good news to see, because pullback is important for a better entry. And you can see that after break of this high, there's a break of structure, and then it's again heading to the upside here. You guys can hear me? Hope that voice is working well.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So here we can see that in this area, this is a, you can see this is a support here, and in that support, as this is on the support, expecting for the market to um, potentially break out. Okay, we can see a break of structure again. If we look at the 4 hour, let's delete those lines to see with the NFP what we can expect. This is the 1 hour candle, which if it is coming below any of this level, that's a very good place for us to re-enter again. Waiting for that break of structure. From here, big drop. Like to see that, you can see it's coming again to the support. So once it will drop well below that level, that's where you will be looking for entry here. Okay, so short-term downside here. And in this zone, once we see that proper bounce, we can look for that potential entry here. Again, it's getting that bounce. Okay, so we can see that a complete break below. Okay, so this is an important level of support. So we can see that after this jump from here, the market slowly this structure is quite important, because you can see the previous liquidity zone here on XAUSD, and this is a 1 hour candle closing again with an FP and the market on the support level. You'd like to see that it's breaking below. That's where you will find again potential entry. Okay, we can see that a very strong drop here. Okay, now you can see the market is almost to the support level, and to that support the price is penetrating back below. So pretty strong long wick candle here, and with this long wick, Okay, you can see that a big drop here, and want to see that the market is ultimately coming back below, and so quite a few long week. You can see there's a narrow doji from here, wanting to see that it's getting, here getting an upside here. Now coming up, let's review the calendar again. Okay, so the calendar here, we can see that the calendar is here, and we have only 25 minutes to go. Big news coming. Are you guys excited about the news? I would like to also see the pool, how it has come out. Hello, Joke, welcome. Coach, how are you today? Can you explain about price action? Thank you. That's, I would say that one of the most important question that I always ask when I'm trading. There is a famous quote from famous inventor Nikola Tesla once said that if you want to know the secret of the universe, then think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So in fact, it is right. So if you want to look at, um, if you go to the very subatomic level, then only thing that you will find is wave of energy, right? So that's all, and that's all connected to each other. So you're there is only that energy, wave of energy. So this is what he referred to, that um, that's the secret of the universe, right? Energy, frequency, and vibration. Once you know that, you can unlock also many of the things that many people doesn't know, right? Because once you anyone understand that this is what he tried to explain, that once one can recognize that, they can understand how the universe works. Similarly, there are three secrets in the market: the market structure, liquidity, and price action. Price action is the core. Okay, so, and all successful trader, especially the retail trader, never rely on fully on indicator or anything like that. Price action is the pure price action is the key to understand the market. Why? Because if you look at those candlestick pattern, when we look at, see, there are two things. One is what we can see and what we cannot see, right? One is concrete, the other one is abstract. There's always two sides in everything. There's always seen and the unseen. So what we see here, so that's why sometimes I call the materialistic and non-materialistic view, right? So there's always two sides in everything. Also, there's things that we can see, There are things that we cannot see. Now, when you look at the market, what we see only some candles, right? Some candlestick pattern, red and green candlestick pattern. Now, those candlestick pattern is where the information, and those information is price action. And the only, as a retail trader, when we are making our trading decision, looking at the chart to see either to buy or sell, the only reliable information that we have is this price action. The rest is poor translation, isn't it? What has said in the news is just an opinion, and we have no clear explanation of either it's true or false. Just need to take it for granted. But this is the real information, because when you see the candle formation, this candle formed because someone has bought or sold the market, right? So because someone has bought, the candle has gone up. Not someone, some people, or there is a imbalance in the buyers and sellers price. That's where the market has gone up, because there is an imbalance. That means that the buyers are more than the seller, so the market has gone up. How much has gone up? What was the volume, and what was the rate of buying? All of this represented by a candlestick pattern. The structure also will represent that. So the price action is the reliable information that we have all the time that in the market. Now, liquidity and market structure. Market structure is key, because this is where we will be knowing the direction in the market, right? So either to buy or sell, either to press the green button or the blue button. That's where we will be looking to see how the market might be doing, right? So that's what we need to look at when you are looking at the market. Now the market is preparing for a potential upside here. The market is, you can see that it has dropped to that support level, to the 30 minutes 20 EMA, and having some rejection. So let's see that we will have something here or not. We'll be waiting. I would like to still be waiting for the NFP to come up, because at the moment it's not a good idea to enter, as we might need to just double in the trade. So we'll be waiting for that. So as we were discussing, that three important component of the market structure: liquidity and price action, and this is where we are looking to find and all the strategy, the successful strategy that built in the academy is based on this three important component: the market structure, liquidity, and price action. So with that in mind, what we can see here, so that's where the gist of price action that we discussed in the market. And if you want to know more about, there are quite a few lessons also available on the channel. Guys, you can look at that and then find out more on how to understand this price action, liquidity, and market structure. Now, what we can see on XAUSD here in this area, this is a structure formation as NFP coming, waiting to see that it's getting enough liquidity, as we discussed, that these are the key component: the market structure, liquidity, and price action. We'll be waiting to see the market to show that hand, show its hand in that situation. So now you can see the 30 minutes as well. From the support level, there's a bounce. 15 minutes also, there's a bounce, waiting for the market to give us potential entry. You can see here is the structure formation. We're back on XAUSD, waiting for the news to come up. We have 20 more minutes to go for the news. We had early today one trade, which was a very quick, and now we'll be waiting for the news. And as soon as the data come, we might find a better entry opportunity. It's in a sideway at the moment. Would like to see the price is picking up from here. Dodgy formation. And with this dodgy, what we can see that the price is potentially melting and breaking below potentially here. And then we'll be looking at to enter. With Euro USD, that we left an area to look at. We can see that Euro dollar in this lower time frame, this is a buy area, and we can see the market is having an upside. If we look at the XAUSD again, you can see the market is coming here to the support. And gap open. With this head, left shoulder and the right shoulder, the market has dropped at the moment. With this gap open, it's on a support. So this is a big organized structure formation here, and with this doji, it's coming back below this support. So this drop in 15 minutes, we could see the drop. This drop can give us that potential entry. So we'd like to see that, because before the news, if the market drop, that's with the news, we might see that bullish trend continuation. We'll see what happened after the data. Everything might change, become completely different. This is long wick doji here. Okay, now that drop is, this is where if we look at the daily, we can see the market is approaching the daily level, daily support here. And as this is dropping to the daily support, any price approaching that level could be an opportunity for an upside here. Doji, and one thing to see is coming to the 1 hour 20 MA to the liquidity zone. And by the way, traders, if you haven't liked this stream, you smash it. It's gonna go to 50 or more, and waiting for the market to give us a clear direction before we look for that entry. Almost has dropped to the daily support. Now we have 10 minutes to go for the news to come up. So from the daily support having some rejection. Now the spike, look at this potential, understand the spike. So this is the daily candle, right? It may spike even to the daily 20 MA or the previous daily low. If we see the market has come to that spike, is also an important price action here to look at when you're looking at this market. Okay, so from that point of view, if we look at here, see the 1 minute chart, this is this market trending here. So in a situation where you could see when coming here, I do not want to find a clear directional opinion at the moment. Let's wait to see how the data is coming, and based on that we can enter. we see that there is a significant drop to the support level here. Okay, we can see keep pushing down here. So just has crossed the daily um, opening and closing. So we might see now, we have 5 minutes to go, we might see that spike. If the spike coming downside, it could be an opportunity for us to go long for our complete uh, rejection from the top. Like to keep eye in that area. From here, drop. we have seen a very significant drop here. It's a complete drop and it's almost to the order block here. And with that order block, so you can see that here this is a downtrend here. From here, drop pullback. So you can expect for the market to potentially come down here. That's massive. We see that. Let's look at the calendar. And non-farm is non-farm employment change. Got red. 7 with the unemployment rate increases. Average hourly earnings, same. Dollar unemployment rate increases. Non-farm employment change to 151K dropped. So potential for weakness on DXY. Inflation could increase. Let's see that on DXY. Yeah, that's a massive bad news for DXY. That's why we saw that quite a few days of drop. Dollar yen also could be downside. That will definitely have an impact on euro dollar bounce. Let's look at on now XAUSD. So because there is a weakness on DXY, gold gonna be safe haven, and that might lead gold to become volatile. Let's see first of all how it might impact. Now if you guys are, what do you think, sir? Please tell me about your courses, please. Sangram, you can find a link below this video in the description. There is a full lifetime mentorship available. You can find the link in the description. Visit the website www.forextradingwizard.com. Currently it's almost 95% off, so you guys can see that on the description of this video. Visit that website and then you can find all the details. So here is what we can see. Currently mentorship on. You can find that link, first link in the description of this video. So here what you can see that this is a drop here, and with the drop from this support level, you can see this is the lower time frame, a pretty strong bounce. Now from the data, what we can see that the market is potentially having an upside here. So you can see that this is a big bounce, immediate rejection. Now where it is heading to, that's what we're looking at. This is a very up and down sideway movement on XAUSD. From this, we may see that double bottom formation and then potentially trend. 4-hour very strong drop to the daily support and then rejection to the upside. Look at here, you can see the 1 hour pretty strong long wick candle here. Until we see that clear trend, we will be waiting to see. Now weekly price action, the way we see the weekly price action is probability to move up. So for me to find an entry, as you can see, there is a structure formation here. And in that area, I was looking at the multi-time frame to see possible entry. First trade that we have opened, in fact, moved in the direction. So that's why it is very important for us to look at a trade that is worth taking. In this trade, in this market, I will be entering when I will see the market has dropped to that support. Okay, we see that breakout here. And okay, we see a move now on a pullback. So at the moment, we look to see I drop here back below. Now for an entry here, so above this level, this is a very volatile market at the moment, so I'm going to keep the stop loss here or a bit tighter with 100 pip. We'll be placing a buy stop at 2927.12. It's the second trade. The first one was successful. 2927.128. Stop at 2916.95. TP at 2940.987. So this is a buy stop on XAUSD. If the market managed to bounce, we will be entering into the trade. So placed a buy stop here on XAUSD and with 100 pips SL. So if the market managed to trend, we will be here on the trade. So place buy stop at 2927.128. Now the strategy is that the market is in an uptrend and expecting it to continue to rise to the upside. So the data has come out to be not very good for DXY. So we saw that there is a downside pressure on DXY that has given stronger momentum. In the meantime, if you guys want to keep up to date with all the education, Make sure you can join the free Telegram channel as well for all the updates. So you can see that from here it is a very aggressive bounce in that area. And with this bounce, if it is coming back again, we might find entry in the lower side, but want to see that it's getting enough zone here where we can enter. So we place the pending order here and want to see that if it is moving up, we will be on the trade. from here. Pardon me, would like to see that the market is having, you know, that upside here. Waiting for the market to potentially bounce. We have seen the little bit of slowdown after the spike, and see strong resistance 29, 23. Yeah, so there is a resistance here, but at the moment, that's why our pending order is above this level. If the market, you see, manage to break that resistance, then we will be entering into the trade. Identify it will go up if this zone is broken here. Euro USD. So with the Euro USD, we can see that there is a bounce on euro dollar and it may move up, continue. If we look at on XA USD, as we are looking at that one, and euro dollar at the moment, we see that it's also in a trend with that. So this one, we have placed a pending order here, and if this resistance the market managed to break this resistance, that's where we will be on the trade. So very long week candle here. If the market keep pushing down, we will be closing the pending order and we will be waiting for change of direction, change of trend, change of order. Almost every day we have quite a few successful trade. Today also we had in the beginning, and now the way we are looking at here is after the two impulse, the market slowly started to move in that direction. Okay, so it didn't break out, so I'm going to close the pending order. We need to readjust the entry again for this market. We'll be waiting for adjustment of the order in that area. Once we see the market has adjusted the order, then we can look for that means once we see the market adjusted the structure, we can look for new orders. So here is currently this is a very choppy market. After news, we can expect a trend, but now it's not trending, so we have to wait for a breakout and then we can re-enter. It was a long session, NFP. I believe that, guys, you have learned something here that definitely will change you look at the market. It's almost a weekend. You know, I do post a lot of content for education. Another week coming after the NFP. Later today also I'll keep trading. Let's look at to see the market from a different angle. Again, let the market to show a clear direction, then we will be entering into the trade. So with that being said, thank you for joining this live session. I'll see you again, guys, trading live together. Until then, stay well, stay happy, We'll see you very soon.